For thus saith the Lord, the power of Israel, behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon.
I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon. Go ahead.
And will give 10 tribes to thee.
And I will give 10 tribes to who? Jeroboam. Jeroboam was the first king. After Solomon died, Jeroboam became king over the 10 tribes, and Rehoboam became king over basically the 3 tribes. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Go ahead.
But he shall have 1 tribe for my servant David's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake. The city which I have chosen out of all the tribes is Israel, because that they have forsaken me, and have worshipped Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians.
All right, you good right there, brother. So that was the prophecy that Israel was going to be split up. If you read in 2 Kings 17, it go into it. The actual, it goes into that. It goes into them being carried away into captivity by the Assyrians. 2 Kings 17. Go ahead.
Right.
And then you.
2 Ezra 13 and 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasar, the king of Assyria, led away captive.
Right. So we went into captivity. The Latin tribes actually went in, or the so-called Latin tribes, which are the 10 tribes. Which consists of the Native Americans, Seminoles, and the so-called Latin tribes. But they went into captivity under the Assyrians. Go ahead.
And he carried them over the waters, and so they came into another land.
Right, another land was Assyria. They got taken from Israel and brought into captivity to Assyria. Go ahead.
But they, 41. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
Right. When this happened, when basically the Assyrian empire was losing its power, they were pretty much going down. So that's why they did what we're about to read. Go ahead.
And go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
Go forth into a far country where never before mankind dwelt. That's talking about over here in the Western Hemisphere, the Americas. Go ahead.
That they might keep their salah, that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Right. Go ahead.
And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. Right. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and hell stilled the flood till they were passed over.
Right, the Most High guided them through the waters to get over here to the Americas. Go ahead.
For those, verse 45, for though that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Ashtoreth.
Which means a far country. Go ahead.
Then dwelt they there until the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come, the hearts shall stay the springs of the stream again, that they may go through. Therefore,
so it say it took them a year and a half. Where you gonna go to where it take you a year and a half to get there? So it took them a year and a half to get. Say we just put a question mark on where that far land was. Wherever it was, it took them a year and a half. But it was the Americas. And brother got some information in this book.
It's out of a book called The Origins of the American Indians by Lee E. Huddleston. It's off of page 88.
No.
What's the actual name?
Ashtoreth, it's a basically it's a compound word. The Hebrew word is akar ratazah, which means another land. So
okay, it's a lot.
Yeah, that would Ashtoreth means like another land.
Right.
It's what we read earlier. Okay, it says right here on page 88, the Mexicans are originally of the 10 tribes captured by Salmanasar and the family of Issachar, whom the Indians recognize as their special ancestor.
Read it again.
The Mexicans are originally of the 10 tribes captured by Salmanasar and the family of Issachar, whom the Indians recognize as their special ancestor.
Right. So it got the history, the scholars know it. The so-called white man, the elites, they know who we are, man. And they know that the Native Americans, the so-called Latinos, that they Israelites. That's why they found Hebrew characters, writings here on this side of the earth.
Right. Look up the Los Lunas rocks in Los Lunas, New Mexico. It's got the 10 Commandments wrote on it in Old Paleo Hebrew, man. In the middle of it, with a so-called Mexicans book, man.
Yeah. And
then many more. Go ahead, bro.
Now I said over here in North America, on a lot of Native American Indian coffins, they found the Paleo Hebrew on the coffins.
Hey, yeah,
Christopher Columbus brought Hebrew interpreters
Keep
over
on.
here with him.
Right, bro. Why you think the Indians wear them fringes on their garments, man?
Right.
To the front.
you see the highlight?
Okay.
No.
And they fit the prophecy.
Not dope.
They say they don't fit the prophecy because they didn't get on ships. That's one argument that they say that, oh, well, they didn't come on slavery by ships, the Negroes did, but they did go into slavery by ships because the white man was taking them to Europe to serve slavery from over here. You know, so they did get on ships. Matter of fact, the Taino Indians, I believe they were the first to go over there and be paraded around as slaves and to the Pope Alexander VI.
That's right. They showed you that on the Borgias. You ever seen that series, the Borgias?
Oh yeah. That's when I seen y'all sound with the white Jesus. You know, I was, man, appreciate it, man.
Jay,
All right.
go ahead, bro. Bring that out, bro.
All right.
It's on page 71. Actually, the Indians did appear to keep certain parts of the law in certain areas. The Incas had a festival in March similar to the Passover. The Yucatecan Indians practiced circumcision. Mexicans and Incas had eternal altar fires. Some Nicaraguans would not allow women who had recently given birth into the temples. Other parts of the law observed are various places, including those which said that men should not sleep with women who had recently given birth. If a master with a slave both were whipped,
You like it, I
adulterers were to be stoned. Men and women must not wear each other's
Where
clothes.
did that go back to? That go back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures.
And a widow must marry her nearest male relative. The Decalogue was not kept very well in the Indies, but one could find parts of it observed in various places.
That's good, brother. I mean, that's a good book. You know, I ain't never got into that book.
I'm looking for that act that passed in Virginia.
Hey, but with that, man, we gonna close it up, close it out. We want to give our praise and glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, which do rule well.
Right.
Contrary to what you weak.
Right, hey, bro.
I ain't even say it.
Nah,
I'm
bro,
gonna
you
get
weak
real
pussy
vocal.
ass niggas, man. I'm gonna get vocal, man. You weak pussy ass niggas, man. The apostles of Great Millstone, man. The top men in Israel on the face of this planet, man.
Right.
Deal with it, man. Deal with it, man. If you got a problem with it, man, fuck you, man.
Right.
Straight up, man.
To the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.